I sit back with this pack of zigzags and this bag of this weed that gives me the shit needed to come on. What are we doing right now? This is the season finale of the DBENTCO New Millennium Season 4, you guys. We are talking about Mr. Marshall Mathers III, otherwise known as Eminem, and he is a lyrical genius. Welcome, you guys. Welcome from all over the world. Happy holidays. You see me decked out, and you see what team I'm representing today. DBENTCO in the building with me, too. I'll introduce them here in a few seconds, but first off, before I get going into this season finale, I want to give a quick shout out to all of the guests that I've had over this season to make it successful. So I'm going to name everybody off one by one real quick, and then I'm going to jump into the episode. I got to shout out Mr. Chuck Platinum, who was with me for 4 episodes. Shout out to you, Chuck. Thank you so much, brother. Skrilla Gambino, my big brother Will Boy, DJ Chubby Chub, the one and only. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Capo, the General of Atlanta, Georgia, who was on here with me for Lil Jon. Shout out to Shay Cypher. Shout out to the legend Tracy Lee. Shout out to Young Dula, the first lady of season 4. Shout out to Satisfied Raps, who's also part of the DBENTCO crew. Shout out to OG Tech the Dawn, and shout out to last week to the Combine, Triune, and EQ for Kanye West last week, man. I've just been a huge blessing. Like, this season could not be successful without everybody being a part of the movement and seeing the vision. And speaking of seeing the vision, one of the cool things about being a podcaster, you guys, is you meet a lot of folks along the way on your journey. And one of the very few people that I met in the very beginning was a gentleman named Dion Brown. Dion was also on an episode with me, and I think it's season 2 with Tupac. But Dion's crew was called DBENTCO, or DB Entertainment, and that is my special guest to talk about Marshall Mathers III. So without further ado, I'm going to bring these gentlemen in, have them do a royal introduction of each other. So we got Mr. Mac Xavier in the building. We got Vision Glory Entertainment, which consists of Zach Mo, Zach Frost. Gentlemen, what's good? Mac, say hello to the people, man. What's happening? Happy holidays, bro.
What's up, family? How y'all feeling, man? What's going on?
He's so humble, man. He ain't got nothing else to say, man. What's
Man,
good?
I'm always, I'm always chilling, man. I'm in the cut, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to give the goddess flowers, man. I'm happy to be here, man. Thank y'all for having me, man. It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to see you.
No doubt, no doubt. Vision Glory Entertainment in the building. Zach Frost, go first, man. What's happening, bro?
How y'all doing? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Living life a day at a time. Being a dad now, so things are chilling out a little bit for me on the music tip. But we're gonna be back though, and I'm happy to be back on the show with you. So,
word, man. Congratulations, Frosty. Drink to you, brother, and your son, correct?
My daughter.
Daughter. Okay, my apologies. She's beautiful. She's beautiful, man. Beautiful baby. You all give Zach Frost some love, man, on IG. And then we got Zach Mode, man. My dude Zach Mode in the cut.
How we doing?
Go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience, homie.
Man, I'm Zach Mode. Super blessed to be here today. We're talking about the rap guy. You know, this guy's just been with me my whole music career. The reason I do the music. Oh man, this is exciting. Can't wait.
I cannot wait either, so let's not let the audience wait. So, you already know how we do on the platform, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and get the facts out the way, and then we're going to get into the discussion about the rap god himself, Marshall Mathers III, otherwise known as Eminem, or his alter ego, Mr. Slim Shady, right? So, he's got Oscar Award, 8-time American Music Awards, 1-time BET, 17 Billboard Awards, 15 Grammys, 1-time Soul Train Award, and he has 29 Video Music Awards between the US and Europe. That is the most by any rapper on planet Earth. And the albums that we're going to be focusing on are mainly those in the 2000s. I thought about the Slim Shady LP when I was thinking about this gentleman. I was like, I don't know if it bleeds in, it's fine. I have no problem with it. But I didn't take it a listen this week, so I'm not reacclimated with it as much as I am with the other albums. But we got the Marshall Mathers LP, which is the largest selling hip hop album in history. 11 million records sold. It is his Diamond album, released in May of 2000. You already know what the songs are, man. Kill You, Stand, The Way I Am, The Real Slim Shady, Remember Me, which he fucking bodies. Like, he bodies Remember Me. I don't know if you guys go back and listen to his verse on Remember Me. He bodies it. Literally bodies that. With RBX and Sticky Fingers, Drug Ballad, Bitch 2, Bitch Please 2 with Snoop Dogg, Nick Dogg, I think, and Dr. Dre. Then I think it was a couple years later, May 2002, he drops another Diamond album, The Eminem Show. So that starts off with White America, Business, Cleaning Out My Closet, Without Me, which I love, Sing for the Moment, Superman, which I love also, Haley's Song, Until I Collapse. Ladies and gentlemen, for the audience, there are only 10 albums in hip-hop that have gone diamond. Diamond meaning you've told 10 million albums. Marshall Mathers holds 2 of the 10 albums. Like, I'm not even gonna go there, man. We're gonna let that marinate with the audience real quick. Encore, November 2004, 5 times platinum. Like Toy Soldiers, Just Lose It, which I love that video. Ass Like That, I like Mockingbird, which he dedicates to his daughter. And then what happens? Eminem goes into a little bit of a struggle, and that is one of the things that to me makes him human. He had some demons he was fighting. He goes in there, he checks himself into rehab in December of 2007, and we didn't get another Eminem album until May of 2009 with Relapse, which was a double platinum album. And if you go back and listen to Relapse, it's really dark, like really, really dark. Like he's talking about some crazy shit on there, but it's still dopely produced by Dr. Dre. So we got Dr. West when he's sitting there talking to the he's like talking to the therapist, and like his demons start to come out as he's talking to the therapist. Really, really weird, witty. Like I don't know who the hell thought about crazy stuff like that, but it's dope. 3 a.m. when he goes on a killing spree. My Mom, Insane, Bagpipes from Baghdad. We Made You, Stay Wide Awake, Old Time's Sake, which in Dr. Dre, Beautiful, and Crack a Bottle, which I'm not a big fan of Crack a Bottle. I'm not gonna front. I just felt like it was a little too gimmicky. But that's just me. Then, of course, you got Lose Yourself from the 8 Mile soundtrack. I like him on Forget About Dre, Renegade, his verse with Jay-Z. The other one I like his verse is on Lean Back remix with Fat Joe, and Hail Mary with 50 Cent and Busta Rhymes taking shots at Ja Rule at the time during that whole beef. And then we're going to get into Rap God a little bit later on, because Rap God set Guinness Book World Records. We're going to get into that a little bit later, though. So that is a premise for our discussion about Marshall Mathers. This is our season finale, you guys, so let's have some fun. First up, I'm going to go to Mac Xavier. And Mac, this is probably the most anticipated episode of my 4 years or 4 seasons of podcasting. So with all that being said, no pressure, right? So with all that being said, Mac, what is the first thing you think about when Eminem comes to mind?
First thing, GOAT. Him's the GOAT. Period. Like I've said this. I think he solidified his GOAT status for me. I'm gonna say when he came back and did. I'm gonna say when he came back and did his his recovery album. Yeah. I think recovery solidified the GOAT status for me. I think, and it's like he's the number one. He's number one on my list. Period. I mean, he checks every box. He checks every box. He's got bars. He's got longevity. He's got impact. He's got message. He's got sales, which you could say sales don't matter, but sales absolutely matter. Yeah. Because it gives an insight to your impact and your reach. You know what I'm saying? And not only has he sold, but he's put other people on. You know what I'm saying? There's no 50 Cent without him. There's no G Unit without him. There's no Slaughterhouse without him. There's no Yellow Wolf without him. You know what I'm saying? So he's not only has he eaten, but he's allowed other people to eat. And I don't necessarily know if Dre even has as legendary as Dre is and as amazing as his impact was even before him. I don't know if Dre necessarily has the career that he has continued without him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So M for those reasons, M is the GOAT. All respect to Jay, all respect to Nas, all respect to Biggie and Pac and Rakim and all those dudes. I love all those dudes. M is the GOAT. Period.
Yeah, that's a hard argument to beat out. So I'm gonna pass the mic over to Frosty on this one. Frosty, same sentiments, man. We're talking about Eminem. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about Eminem and his impact on hip hop?
Untouchable would be the word. Like, okay. No one has the ability to take words and put them together the way Eminem has been able to do. Like the dude's wordplay and flow and lyricism. Who else studies the dictionary purposefully to build their vocabulary, to string words together that aren't even supposed to go together and aren't even supposed to rhyme, and turns them into massive rhyme schemes. And not only, we've heard of double entendres. Right. Eminem is the only rapper I have ever heard of that will have triple entendres, like one line that means 4 different things. Like, it's just untouchable and unmatched. It's just the first 2 words that come to mind when you think about Eminem.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. We got Zach Mode in the building. Zach Mode is probably the what I would say the Eminem connoisseur. We'll give him, we'll coin him that phrase here as he's with us. And Zach Mode, I got a little bit different question for you, my good sir. What is, when you first heard Eminem for the first time and when you got to superstar status, what lyric or bar do you find yourself going back to listening like, yeah, this
okay, so
different.
I'll tell you this. The very first Eminem song that I ever heard, I was in 5th grade, was Without Me on the Eminem Show, track number 2. Him just dissing Cheney, like that was like a big deal, you know, like Bush and all them was a big deal at that time. It was just funny the way it was slaughtering him because like none of my family were Republicans anyway, so it was just a funny deal. Without Me, like fuck you, Miss Cheney, you know, like that. I don't know, man. That's the whole song was just funny. That video was just great. He was riding on the turd. Oh my god, I was a little kid, so I'm just like, it was gold, man. That song was just it. Like that was like one of the songs of the album.
Yeah, most definitely, man. So I'm going back to you on this one, Mode. So when I think about Eminem, let's address the elephant in the room, right? Eminem is Caucasian. So in hip hop is predominantly African American, Latino, and here comes this white dude from the Midwest, from Detroit. Hockey town, not really known for anybody that's gonna, not from the East Coast, not from the West Coast, not really known for lyrical giants. But here comes this white dude, like literally out of nowhere, who had a battle rap up and coming, has battle rap background and everything. And as you guys, as VGE coming up in that same kind of mode, like how does he break? How does he gain the other rappers' respect? And 2, how did he break the mold? Like Eminem literally had to break a ceiling to get the respect that he had to pretty much take from hip hop in order to get recognized. So what are your thoughts on that?
I would say he definitely did his best to stand out and be a different rapper than everybody else. His lyrics are like Frosty Number saying, they're unmatched, they're untouchable. The wordplay, he masters that. Like he was able to do that. Like if you actually listen to like the Infinite and stuff, the stuff he was just saying on all the old stuff, he like literally every album he progressed and literally got better. He studies the dictionary. Like I don't know anybody that does that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just get out there, buddy.
No, you're good, man. You're good. You're good.
Just came in here. Yeah, he just like, I don't know, man. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Every time he drops a new song, I'm just like, how? How?
That's what's up, man. Frosty, let me come back to you, man. So same question, but with a twist. So we're talking about Eminem trying to get his notoriety in the world of hip hop, which is, like I mentioned, African American, Latino dominated. And here comes this white guy from Detroit, Michigan, hockey town, and representing the Midwest. So shout out to the Midwest, who literally kind of broke through the Midwest. I mean, there was a couple of rappers, maybe Twista, maybe there's a couple of other ones, but Eminem was the first one from the Midwest to really, really break through. What does that mean to you from the Midwest, Frosty?
Really, like, just when you think of the Midwest and you think of hip hop legends from the Midwest, the first person that's going to come to your mind is Eminem. Mm-hmm. And the fact that, like, basically, not only because he's a white Caucasian rapper, not only do like white people love him like tremendously, but like the entire rap community is entirely in love with him. And just when you think hip hop and you think Midwest, the first person that always comes to mind is Eminem. Yeah. You can't tell me otherwise. There's no way you can tell me, name a rapper from the Midwest, the first person people are saying is Eminem.
Yeah, I would agree. I remember when I first heard M for the first time, I think it was on, My Name Is, which was on the Slim Shady LP. But Eminem did a lot of other like side projects. He was on one of my favorite joints from Ruckus, which was their compilation album at the time from Ruckus in '99. I was like, yo, who was this dude? Like, he's dark, he's crazy. And I'm like, yo, like, who has like the ability to put these syllables and words together. And me and Mac actually, so shout out to Mac Xavier, you guys. So Mac Xavier actually did an episode with Naughty by Nature. So go back and watch the episode. Mac, go back and watch your own episode, right? About Naughty by Nature. And in the Naughty by Nature episode, we talked about this, about how Eminem looked up the Tretch and how Tretch was able to put syllables and words together. He was like, damn, man, like how is he able to put that together? And so I say that to say this. So Mac, when we talk about the hip hop community, why do you think Eminem doesn't get as much respect as he deserves?
Because he's white.
Yeah, I mean, outside of that, I mean,
because he's white. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of it is also because you have a particular section of the hip hop community who thinks that hip hop is only supposed to be one type of way. Yeah. You know what I mean? And typically you see it with the older generation, the older heads, where, you know, because hip hop was started in New York, as we all know. Right. Because hip hop started the way it started as a result of all the turbulence of that time, and it was kind of a way for people to express their frustrations and express what they saw around them. They think that that's the only way that hip hop is supposed to be. You know what I mean? And people don't understand that hip hop is an evolution. Hip hop is, you can't tell me that you're gonna have different people come into hip hop and not bring their own flavor, their own style, their own experiences, their own lives. That's just like with anything. Like if you're gonna have, like, that'd be like saying, a group of Mexicans come into America, but they can only eat American food. Like, how does that even make sense? They're Mexicans. They have their own culture. They have their own flavors, their own styles, their own foods, their own ways of cooking, all of that stuff. It only adds to what you already have going on. And so when people say that M's not one of the greatest, if not the greatest, typically, at least from what I've heard, that's usually the only actual argument that they have is either he's white or he talks about the things that he talks about. But at the end of the day, he can only talk about the things that he thinks about and the things that he experiences. And when like everybody was saying, when he puts words together, when he bends words, when he employs his compound syllable structures and makes words rhyme that aren't supposed to rhyme and have 4, 5, 6 different meanings to things that you have to go back and listen to 2 years later that you didn't catch when you're listening to a song, you know what I'm saying, 2 years after the song came out. I don't know how you can't give somebody like that respect. And not only is he amazing at what he does, but M is one of the only rappers that I've heard that consciously, like every song he does, almost every interview he does, every show he does, he constantly makes an effort to shout out other legends, other older generation people that most people don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was a conscious thing on his part as well, because he's white, because he felt like he not only because he cares so much, but because he felt like, well, in order for me to really get the respect that I deserve, I'm gonna show that I actually care about this by speaking about all these rappers that inspire me that people may not even know about. So I know that was a long-winded answer, man, but I think
it's spot on, bro.
That kind of details why M doesn't really get the respect that I think he deserves, and that most of his fans think he deserves as well.
I would agree, man, and the reason why I think that's so significant. So I wanted to address the elephant in the room first, and we're going to come back to his lyrical ability here in a second. I'll pass it over to Frosty, but so for my audience that are listening or watching right now, we have 4 people on this show for this episode. That is how epic this man is. This is the first time there's ever been 4 of us to talk about one artist. That has never happened on this platform before. So that's just show you the significance of what Eminem means to hip hop music, hip hop culture. He is hip hop. He embodies hip hop. And yeah, I would agree. I'm going to say my spiel for the end, but I'm going to hear from Frosty real quick. So Frosty, what was an Eminem verse that you find yourself, like, when you heard it, you were like, what in the hell? Like, whether it was an old verse, new verse, doesn't matter to me. Like, what verse did you hear that sticks out in your mind, like, right now? Like, oh shit, like Eminem just bodies that. Like, what verse that does that for you?
to me, there's only one answer to that question, and it's Renegade. Like, there is only one answer to that question, and the answer is obviously Renegade. That is the greatest Eminem verse and probably one of the greatest hip-hop, if not the greatest hip-hop verse of all time. That verse was so raw. Everybody knows that was originally Jay-Z's song, right?
Yeah.
That song was so raw, it ended up on Eminem's greatest hits, and it wasn't even Eminem's song.
Wasn't even a song, yeah. Yeah.
So when you think of greatest verses of all time, Renegade immediately sticks out in the head.
Love that verse, man. And then like when you got two juggernauts, and that's one of the things that Mac was talking about. I didn't really get M's verse until maybe a year or two after it came out, because I knew that The Blueprint was an exceptional album, which I'll talk about next week for the honorable mention when we get to that. But it's an exceptional album. But then you had this guest verse, and then Nas was taking shots that he had that Eminem murdered on your own shit. You know what I'm saying? When he said that in Ether, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like Em has this ability to. So basically, what I'm saying is, if you want to put Eminem on a guest verse, you may not want to think twice about that.
They
if you're gonna decide to do
they
that. You know what I'm saying?
have a hashtag that says, like, every time he does a new song now, there's literally a hashtag that says #M goes last. Because like once anybody else gets on the song, you're done. Like, as soon as M goes on the song, there's no point in going after him because you're not touching it. So they just make him go last on every song he does now.
That's fact. That's fact. Zach Mo, talk to me about Rap God. So Eminem is in the Guinness Book of World Records for lots of reasons. One of them is for Rap God, which is the hip hop song that has the most syllables ever in a single. It also holds, when he goes to supersonic speed, at the 4 minutes and 26 second mark, you guys can go back and look at that. He puts 97 words in 15 seconds. Let me repeat that one more time. 97 words in 15 seconds is what Rap God does at the 4 minutes and 26 seconds part of the song. That, ladies and gentlemen, is fucking incredible. Like, I don't know anybody else on planet Earth that can pull that off. So Zach Mo, talk to me about Rap God. Where were you at when you first heard Rap God? What was your first reaction? I know it's outside of our scope. I know it's outside of our scope, you guys, but we got to address Rap God. We're talking about a Guinness Book World Records single from Eminem.
Where was I when that song came out? I was actually, you know what? I moved to Kentucky when that album came out. I was like 2013, if I'm not mistaken, when that song came out, right?
Correct. Marshall Mathers. It was on Marshall Mathers LP 2.
Mathers LP 2.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yep.
Yes. Yes. They came out in November. I was in that's crazy. I remember that. It came out in November, and it was I was in Kentucky when I heard that, and I was blown away because like around that time is when I was actually really getting into fast rap. Because around that time is when I was like listening to Tech Nine and Twista and all the fast rappers like Bone Thugs and Harmony and stuff. And I heard that, I was like, wow, he really did it. And then I really started to believe the rumor that he's a clone. I'm like, how the hell did he do that? but I don't know if this is true or not. Didn't he end up beating Rap God with the monster with Juice WRLD? Not monster.
He did.
I'm sorry.
He did.
Godzilla.
He did. Yeah, on Juice WRLD. Matter of fact, I don't know. I don't have it clocked or I haven't written down, but I know Rap God put him in the Guinness Book, but I think he did surpass that with the song with Juice WRLD. So yeah, I think you're right.
But still, when Rap God came out, when he first was able to drop that ability to do that, man, that just like, wow, you just like earned so many more points in my book. That song was ridiculous in a good way, man. Like it's unreal.
It
like,
really is, man.
I say, we got to do like I try so hard.
You can't. It's almost as if you have to be like a robot. And he talks about that in Rap God. He talks about it. Like I'm gonna go robot style on y'all. Like
he's not human, man. The dude can rhyme words with sounds.
It's insane. It's insane. And like and I see Max shaking his head. Like what this man has done, you guys, has transcended hip hop, put it into the stratosphere. He's put a lot of people on, and I'm gonna get some final thoughts here real quick because I know it's getting late on time. But Mac, give me your final thoughts on Eminem. And here's what I mean by that. I'm gonna premise this for all three of the gentlemen. We'll let Mo go last and close us out. But when we think about Eminem and his legacy, I mean, in the 2000s, he literally ruled the 2000s. That's why he's my headliner. He is our season finale. I don't think there was anyone that was more impactful to hip hop in the 2000s besides Eminem, maybe Kanye West that I did last week. And we talk about hip hop superstars. Got Kanye, you got Jade, you got Eminem, right? I mean, you got to have him in the conversation. So give me your final thoughts, Mac, about Eminem. If you were to talk about what Eminem has done for you as an artist, how would you describe that? How would you describe that feeling, what he's done for you personally?
Eminem has made it cool to be a smart rapper. M made it cool to be a rapper who pays attention to lyrics. And a lot of people make the argument that people were doing this before M, and people cared about lyrics before M. And while that may be true, I've never heard anybody with M's lyrical ability to be able to, as we said, bend words and put words together that don't even rhyme. You know what I'm saying? And to rhyme sounds, like he literally rhymes sounds, bro. I've never heard anybody actually rhyme a sound. Like I've never heard it. So not only was he able to do that though, and not only have I never heard anybody with his ability, but M was the first rapper that I ever heard that had that level of lyrical ability and was able to sell at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He made it cool. He made it so cool that he was able to sell millions of records. He made you believe that it was okay, that if you cared enough about your craft and if you worked hard enough at it, you could be that good to where you could sell millions of records at a time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So in a genre where 9 times out of 10 it's either one or the other, you're either selling millions of records but your lyrical content is non-existent, or you have lyrics but you're not able to sell. Eminem was one of the first and probably the biggest, definitely the biggest artist to be able to mesh those two at the same time. So in my opinion, that adds to his legacy even more. Like I said, he's the GOAT. He's number one. He's the greatest rapper of all time. Greatest rapper to ever touch a microphone. I don't want to hear anybody else's argument about who else is better. I'm over it. I'm not having it. It's done. Eminem's the GOAT. Salute to you, Marshall. I love you, man. If you see this, you're the GOAT. I would love to work with you, but regardless of whether I work with you or not, you're amazing. And I want to give you your flowers while you're still here, brother.
Absolutely, man. Like, you know what? That's gonna be a tough act to follow, Frosty. I hope you're ready, bro. I hope you're ready. That's a tough act to follow. But the same question, man. What does Eminem mean to you as an MC, as an artist? What does he mean to you? And you got your Juice WRLD shirt on, man. I wanted to show everybody a Juice WRLD shirt because he has a collaboration with Juice WRLD. Rest in peace to Juice WRLD. First off, you know what I mean? Young brother that lost his life way too early, way too young. Super talented cat. That means a lot to me as well. But talk to me, Frosty, about your personal relationship with Eminem as an artist. What does he mean to you?
Sure. Today's also the anniversary of the Juice death too. So 2 years.
Oh wow, man! Salute to Juice WRLD, man. Word, man. I did not know that.
But nah, man, you gotta think about it. I myself am a white rapper artist, and you gotta think if it were not for Eminem, that would be looked down upon. You know what I'm saying? If Eminem had not came along and made it socially acceptable would be the word. I don't know if that's actually the word, like what you would call that or not. But you got to think about it. Without Eminem, white rappers are looked down upon. You know what I'm saying? So it's huge inspiration for me just to be able to do it in general. And I hate the stigma that Eminem is looked at by the people who hate on him. The number one argument, based off what Mac was saying earlier, the number one argument always tends to be, well, when's the last time you heard an Eminem song played in the club? Or when the last time you got in a song or in the car with your homies, they said, yo, put on that new Eminem. That doesn't matter. Like, that's not what music is all about. Like, there are different ways to measure, greatnesses. Like, Tupac, fantastic. You have that club music. You have that song you can put on the car with your homie. But all respect to Tupac. his wordplay and his flow and his lyricism was not touching what Eminem is doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I hate that that's like the number one argument I always tend to hear is that he doesn't have club music and he doesn't have something you can just put on the car. Like they were saying earlier, that man literally can rhyme sounds with sounds. On the Music to Be Murdered By 2, that man rhymed chirp chirp with murk murk with skirt skirt with guns with like what? Like you know how off your rocker and like how many things you have to know to be able to do things like that. It's just there's no debate. Like there could be a debate, but if you're smart and you really know hip hop, there's no debate. There's no debate. So Marshall, we love you. Keep doing what you're doing. Also, who else can do no promo, drop an album out of nowhere, and it go diamond? I don't know anybody. I don't know no one. So all respect to you, Marshall. Keep doing your thing. You heard what he said. He's gonna be rhyming until he's 50. So we got 8 more years of Eminem music. So y'all haters better sit back and relax and enjoy the ride. That's all I gotta say.
Stop hating on this man. I mean, come on, hip hop. Come on, hip hop. Come on, hip hop. Let's stop all that, right? So, Zach Mo, close us out, man. Some pretty strong closing arguments about Eminem. What does he mean to you as an artist, man? Like, close us out, bro.
He means everything to me. Like I said earlier, like if it was not for him, if I never would have heard him when I was a kid, I got introduced to him as Slim Shady. It wasn't even Eminem. I got introduced. You heard Slim Shady? Like I got into fights with my stepdad. He hated him so bad, and I literally got like my nose busted because I went in his room and stole my Eminem CDs back. Like, dude meant so much to me, and if it wasn't for him, I guarantee I probably wouldn't even be doing music. I swear to God, me and him live like I know a lot of his music. Like I know a lot of it, and I relate with him a lot. Like I never knew my father neither. He always used to cheat on my mom and beat her. Like, dude, I know like it's just I relate to him so much. So like I don't know. I just wish I could meet him. I wish I could meet him. I don't know what I'd do. I
hear you, man. And you know what,
like,
Zach,
all my friends know me.
I'm gonna pass you one more alley-oop, man. What does Eminem mean to white hip hop? What does it mean to you guys, man? I'm not saying you guys in general, but just in So when I premise that, I don't mean to be a negative thing, but hip hop is mostly African American or Latino dominated, as I mentioned earlier. But what does he mean to Caucasian hip hop? Like, is he the last? Is he the last great white hope? I don't think there's going to be another MC.
Not in this lifetime, in my
Eminem.
Opinion. I don't think nobody's going to be able to touch him. Not in this lifetime, anyway.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of. Could you repeat that again?
No. My question was, what does Eminem mean to Caucasian or white hip hop? Hip hop music, hip hop culture.
It definitely means a lot. Definitely means a lot. I would, yeah. Every white person that I know that does music that's at least in their top 3 favorite rappers. I promise that. So,
and you know what? What makes it so crazy, Zach Mode? Black folk got to get along with it too, man. Whether you hate them or love them, you got to accept them. And I'm gonna pass the mic to close us out. And when I think about Eminem, I think about the verse from "Without Me." And without me, he says, I'm not the first things of controversy. I am the worst thing since Elvis Presley to do black music so selfishly and use it to make myself wealthy. Hey, he's so fucking clever. He's so lyrically a lyrical giant. The man studies the dictionary. And for me, you guys, honestly, this to the audience too, he's in my top 5 dead or alive. I don't care. I don't care where you fit him in. Top 5 dead or alive is Eminem, Marshall Mathers the third, Slim Shady, whatever you want to call him. He's got to be in your top 5. If you consider yourself a real hip hop head, Eminem has to be in the top tier of lyrical ability or MCs. He got the record sales to back it up. He's got the notoriety. He's got the lyrical ability, which we talk about bars, right? Rappers got to have bars. Come on, man. Who got more bars than Eminem? Like, come on now, man. What are we even talking about right now?
Nobody.
Nobody.
No bars than that, man.
Nobody, man. Like, nobody can match this dude, man. Nobody can match this dude. So I'm not even going to go even further on into this, you guys. So First off, I appreciate your time. Spending time in the middle of the week, right in the middle of the holidays. I got my Yoda hat on because I think Eminem is a master Yoda of hip hop. That's why I got my Yoda ears on, man. Like, come on now, Eminem is a master Yoda of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like he could be your favorite MC's favorite MC, and for the next generation to come. We give salute to Eminem, Marshall Mathers, man. Like, there's so many superlatives that we could use, but I'm gonna run out of them. So we gotta wrap the show up. And how we have been doing this all through season 4, you guys, is paying homage to the life and memory of Brianna Taylor. And the reason why I chose Brianna Taylor to wrap this up for the entire season is what happened to Brianna Taylor is a travesty in American history, and it needs to be celebrated. We need to talk about it more. And as I have breath in this body, and I'm looking into the camera on this, as I have breath in this body, I will not let social injustices go without being talked about. What happened to Brianna Taylor, whatever you want to read about in the news of what happened to her, was a travesty, and she will always live in our memory. So one time, gentlemen, I want you all to raise your fist in the air for me, your right arm. I'm going to say justice for... You all say Brianna Taylor one last time for the end of the season. So justice for
Brianna Taylor.
Justice for
Brianna Taylor.
One more time. Justice for
Brianna Taylor.
Brianna Taylor, just rest in peace, Mama. We love you. We miss you. Thank you for opening our eyes to social injustices in the United States of America. We got a long way to go. But I think we're getting better. I think we're getting better with the things that were going on. It just holds on about Aubrey's case, which I might dedicate season 5 to. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about season 5. But man, it is the season finale, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm just thinking about a victory lap. I'm gonna go last, actually. So I'm gonna pass the mic over to Mac Xavier, who has been on the platform 3 times, if I remember correctly. So Mac Xavier, who are your shout outs going to, big homie?
And first of all, shout out to the GOAT, Eminem. Love you, brother. Can't say it enough. Shout out to Frosty, shout out to Mo, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all to death, bro. Still want to get in the lab with y'all, man. I can't wait. I love y'all's music. I love everything y'all do. Shout out to Rob, man. I love everything you do, brother. Keep your hustle on, keep your grind on. Shout out to everybody who was on the podcast this season, man. I'm looking forward to hearing y'all's opinions, what y'all had going on. Shout out to all the fans of my music. Shout out to all the fans of DGE's music. Shout out to all the DBE fans. Shout out to the fans of hip hop, man. We love y'all. Y'all are the reason why we do this, man. There is no y'all. There is no us without y'all. So shout out to all of y'all, man. We love y'all to death, and we can't wait. To put more music out, put more content out for y'all. So be on the lookout. Salute.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Mac Xavier in the building. Mac, thank you, brother. Thank you for being the most articulate in the group. Because I got Henny in my system, so I'm not the most articulate right now. We'll just leave it at that. So thank you, brother. And we'll pass the mic over to my man, Frosty. Frosty, first off, congratulations to your beautiful daughter, your beautiful family, man. I know he posted on the IG, all social media platforms. When he became a father, I said, yeah, Farsi's in for it, man. So I know he's had like 0 sleep right now. You know what I mean? But that goes with being a father and being a good father, getting your ass up at night and take care of your daughter at night. You know what I mean? But I'm going to leave that for another conversation. So, Frosty, who are your shout-outs going to, big homie?
Just shout out to you, first and foremost, for the opportunity to hop on here and talk about the GOAT. Shout out Marshall Mathers. And shout out everybody back home in Springfield. Shout out to the 217. Shout out to all y'all. I know a lot of y'all are going to tune in and watch this because I'm going to be posting the link in your faces every day until you watch it. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to all the fans. New music's coming soon. Winter, seasonal depression, all that, is getting to your boy. But I promise, come springtime, when it starts getting warmer back outside, we're back up and at 'em. Me and Zach Moe down there are going to be going and giving y'all some more crazy stuff. So shout out to the fans. Shout out to the Vision Glory family. Shout out to Dion.
Word. Shout out to Dion, man. Word.
Because without Dion, I would have never known you. I would have never known Matt. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Dion for putting us on.
Word.
Shout out RIP to Juice, baby.
Word, shout out to Juice, man.
Album drops in 2 days, so I won't be getting no sleep on Thursday night, but it is what it is. Plus the baby gonna be keeping me up, so it is what it is. And that's it. I appreciate all y'all for tuning in and show this man some love and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Word, man. Frosty, thank you, brother. And much love to your success in the future, you and your better half. Mo, the mic is passed to you, my good sir. Who are your shout-outs going to this week, family?
Go ahead and give you a shout-out for sure. Appreciate
Thank you,
everything
brother.
you've done for
Thank you,
us.
brother.
Man, no problem. Go Eminem. Man, definitely. The Vision Glory family. Shout out to the videographers because their asses are about to be put to work. I know they're going to do good for us as soon as that warm weather comes up. Mac, appreciate you, man. DBENTCO, everybody in DBENTCO, everybody's working hard as hell. Shout out Spiff, man. He's all the way over in Spain right now, man.
Right? Like, what the
No doubt. Shout out to the homie Spiff, man. For real.
Shout out to the homie Spiff, man.
Shout out to the homie Spiff.
Yeah, like everybody's just doing cool things right now. So hopefully 2022 is about to be a good year for everybody. So
yeah.
But yeah, man, definitely to the Vision Glory fans. Shout out to everybody who's been rocking with us. We're gaining new fans every day. Love you guys. Shout out for Futuristic for actually like teaming up with us.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I
that shit
saw
was
that,
hot,
man.
bro.
I was on board. I was on board with that too, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Man, you guys, when I think about season 4, I think about the 2000s. What I like to call my seasons, you guys, are semesters of college of hip hop. That's what I provide for my audience, and we've done 15 weeks in a row. Next week will be 16. Where we talk about Jay-Z in the 2000s as an honorable mention because he didn't get in. But Marshall Mathers to headline the 2000s is fitting. I mean, he's done so much for hip hop. He is a rap god. He is the epitome of what hip hop looks like. He's in my top 5 dead or alive. Now, if he's not in yours and you're in the audience, you know what? That's okay. You know, I'm not mad at you. I will just say to reevaluate your list. Look at your top 5 and listen to Eminem. Go back to his catalog. Listen to him on the Marshall Mathers LP. Just that one by itself. I don't care about the other ones. Just listen to that one. And you will hear Marshall Mathers at his, not his lyrical best. I think he got better as he got older, to be honest with you guys. I think he got better as he got older. But when he's in his bag, like you listen to Stan, you listen to Kill You, you listen to The Way I Am, talking about he's trying to do another Slim Shady LP, but the fans are on his ass. Like, that's real shit that artists go through. Like, he talks to the average Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's from Detroit. He had high from it. He's just an average dude that loves hip hop, that just so happened to be one of the greatest to ever walk the planet Earth. And we could not have done a better job of representing Marshall. So Marshall, if you ever see this, man, we love you. Thank you for your contributions to hip hop. Thank you to you gentlemen, VGE, Vision Glory Entertainment, Mac Xavier, DB Entertainment in the building. I got the sweatshirt on, man. Thank you to Dion, putting this together, putting this family together, man. Like, we're going to continue to do more business in the future, I hope, and get these guys. You all follow Mac Xavier, follow VGE on IG. Stay in tune with them, what they're doing in 2022. And the last thing I have is happy holidays, everybody, to the audience. And let's make 2022 the best ever, man. Let's work harder, let's grind harder, and let's get this bag, let's get this money. And we're gonna come back in season 5 and bring you the 20 teens. And I can't wait to get to the 20 teens. So stay tuned to that. Everybody stay cool. Happy holidays. Thank you all for tuning in the entire season. I appreciate you all. And that's all that I have for the season. I'm signing out. Rob Diggie 100. Peace and love. Happy holidays, man. We'll see y'all next season, man. Peace.
Good, bro. Be easy.